God is screaming. God saw the one who cursed you, and it's impossible to stop him without you. God is begging you. So listen to me before tonight at 11:45 p.m., or you will regret it forever. Please, pause for just a moment. Do not scroll. Do not swipe away. This might be the only chance you get before something changes forever. God is not whispering, He is screaming. He is crying out to you. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit knows it. And if you turn away from this now, you may miss the one divine intervention that was meant to rescue you. Comment, Amen, if your spirit feels this. Say it now. God is trying to get through to you because something has already been set in motion. A curse was spoken over you, maybe by someone you trusted, maybe in secret, maybe with bitterness or envy. You didn't even know how deep the damage went, but God saw it. God heard what they said. God witnessed what they did. And now He's standing on the edge of intervention, begging you to respond before 11:45 p.m. tonight. That's not a random number. That's the closing of a spiritual window. That's the hour where either breakthrough or breakdown will be sealed. This is not just about fear. This is about destiny. You have been chosen. You've been marked by heaven for something great, but hell has tried everything to derail you. That curse wasn't just words, it was an attempt to delay, distract, and destroy your path. That's why you felt stuck. That's why the things that once flowed freely now feel blocked. That's why your peace has been disturbed lately. God is saying, I saw it, I heard it, and I'm not silent about it anymore. But here's what you need to understand. God cannot cancel what you tolerate. He cannot break what you ignore. He cannot heal what you won't expose. That's why He's calling out to you, crying out like a father who sees a child walking toward danger. He's not screaming to scare you. He's screaming to save you. This is your moment to hear Him. This is your moment to answer. If you believe that God still speaks, still delivers, and still moves in power, comment 1111 right now. It's your sign of agreement. Let heaven see your faith in motion. There's something waiting to be released over your life, but it's being held back by a spiritual resistance. This isn't just bad luck. This isn't coincidence. It's warfare. And too often, you've been fighting battles in silence without realizing the root is spiritual. God is begging you not to ignore this any longer. You weren't meant to carry the weight of this curse alone. Heaven has been waiting for your yes. Before tonight ends, something will shift in your life. It will either be divine protection or divine discipline. God is just, and He's merciful, but He won't stay silent when your purpose is under attack. He's calling your name. You've asked for signs, and this is one of them. You've cried out asking, God, do you see me? And now He's answering, yes, I do, and I saw them too. I saw what they tried to do to you. They cursed you in secret, but God has been working in silence. Now, He is moving in the open. But He won't override your will. You must respond. You must surrender. You must come into agreement with heaven's plan, or else the door will close. And once it does, you'll feel the loss of what could have been yours. That's not a threat, it's a warning from love. He disciplines those He loves. He warns those He treasures. God's voice is not distant. It's roaring like thunder into your spirit right now. That's why your heart is racing. That's why you can't look away. It's because something is breaking in the unseen realm. And when you say yes, when you come into agreement, the curses will begin to fall powerless to the ground. There are angels assigned to your life, but they wait on your agreement. They cannot force their way into your decisions. God has given you free will, but with that freedom comes responsibility. You have a role to play. You have to choose to step into the fight. Because without you, God won't move on this. That's not because he's weak, it's because he's just. He partners with faith, not passivity. You are not abandoned, you are not forgotten. In fact, you are highly favored. You are marked by divine love and covered by the blood of the Lamb. No curse can stand against the one who is under the covering of the cross. But that covering is not automatic. It must be accepted, embraced, walked in. You have to come out from hiding. You have to stop pretending that what they said didn't wound you. God saw it, God heard it. And God is saying, enough. This moment, this very moment is the beginning of your breaking free. Do not scroll past your deliverance. Do not swipe away from your own rescue. This is your chance to align with the voice of the one who formed you, the one who called you, the one who loves you more than you will ever understand. God's presence is hovering over you even now. You can feel it. That pressure in your chest, that stirring in your spirit. That's not emotion. That's not coincidence. That's the Holy Spirit awakening something in you. Don't ignore it. Don't resist it. Surrender to it. Because when you do, chains start to break. You have cried enough tears in private. You have battled long enough in silence. God is saying, now is the time. Tonight is not just another night. It's the night of decision, the night of turning, the night where heaven and hell both watch and wait to see which way you'll go. And God is screaming from the throne, choose me. Let me fight for you. Let me deliver you. Let me protect what they tried to ruin. If this message is shaking something inside you, if your soul is responding, then don't wait. Like this video now, not for attention, but as an act of faith. Let it be your yes. Let it be your agreement with heaven. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed. A 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are chosen, you are seen, you are loved. But you are also at a crossroad. Don't delay. Don't make the mistake of thinking you have forever. Because when the clock strikes 11:45 p.m. tonight, something will either be released or withheld. What happens next is tied to your response. Something in you still believes there's more. Something in you still dares to hope. And God is telling you, that hope is holy. Don't let it go. When they cursed you, they thought it would silence your voice. They thought you'd sink, fade away, vanish. But you're still standing. Wounded, yes. Shaken, maybe. But breathing. And if you're breathing, then God's purpose in your life is still alive. That alone is proof that their curse failed. You are still a threat to darkness. You are still a vessel of light. And God is still ready to show the world what He put in you. God has been patient, but now His voice is rising. He is not angry at you, He is angry for you. He saw the hands that moved in secret. He saw the smiles that masked jealousy. He saw the traps that were set when you were most vulnerable. You didn't see it all, but God did. And He is roaring like a lion to wake you up before it's too late. Comment 222 if you trust Him. Let the atmosphere around you know where you stand. You've waited on justice, but now justice is waiting on you. God won't force it on you. He needs your agreement. That's why you feel this urgency in your soul. That's why you can't shake this. This isn't fear. This is a spiritual alarm ringing in your spirit because heaven has scheduled a turnaround and it's set for tonight. But if you ignore it, the window will close. God is begging you to respond. Don't be silent. Don't be passive. Don't let the enemy keep what he never had the right to touch. This is not just about you. This is about everything tied to you, your family, your future, your children, your voice, your legacy. When they cursed you, they didn't just try to stop you, they tried to stop generations. But what the enemy meant for evil, God is ready to turn for good. He just needs your yes, your surrender, your faith. You were born for more than survival. You were born to shake the gates of hell. You were born to walk in favor that doesn't make sense to man. You were born to carry something so holy that demons tremble when you pray. But right now, that power is lying dormant under the weight of your silence. God is screaming because you've been quiet too long. You've let shame cover your authority. You've let pain silence your praise. But God is calling you back. He's calling you back to fire, back to faith, back to boldness, back to the place where miracles flow and curses break. You've tried to handle this with your own strength. You've tried to shake it off. But this curse was spiritual, and it requires a spiritual response. It's not too late, but it will be if you wait, if you delay, if you let 11:45 p.m. pass like any other hour. That moment isn't magic, it's prophetic. It's God saying, I've marked this time. I've set it aside. I've opened a door. Will you walk through it, or will you turn away and wonder why it all stayed the same? He is not a God who begs, but he will plead when your purpose is at stake. That's what love does. That's what a father does. He sees you walking toward danger, and he doesn't stay silent. He cries out. He moves heaven and earth to reach you, and that's what he's doing now. You're not disqualified. You're not too broken. You haven't missed your moment. You just need to move. You need to trust again. You need to lift your head and see that heaven is waiting for your yes. You may not feel worthy, but God calls you worthy. You may not feel strong, but he says, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You may not know what to pray, but even now the Spirit is interceding for you with groanings deeper than words. You are not alone in this battle. You've never been. You've cried out for answers, and this is one of them. It's not coming how you expected, but it's here, clear, raw, urgent. God is speaking because he loves you too much to let you stay stuck. That's why you've felt the tension. That's why you've been restless. That's why your heart has been heavy. It's not depression, it's a spiritual sensitivity waking up inside of you. The enemy doesn't fight what doesn't threaten him. So, if you've been under attack, it's because of what you carry. It's because of who you are. It's because of what God placed in you. You are not weak. You are dangerous to darkness. But you've been lied to so long, you started to believe you were forgotten. You weren't forgotten. You were being preserved. And now, the time has come. God is ready to lift the curse. He is ready to release the favor, but he's waiting for your response. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to fix yourself. You just have to say yes. You just have to believe that God can still redeem what was broken. Comment 333 to declare your faith. Speak it into the atmosphere. Let your spirit stand up inside of you. Everything is about to shift. But it won't shift unless you do. This isn't just a spiritual moment, it's a turning point in your life. If you walk away now, you'll always wonder what would have happened if you said yes. If you respond, you'll walk into the kind of breakthrough that leaves no doubt God did it. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research, and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, You're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. He's not asking for perfection. He's asking for surrender. He's asking for your trust. He's asking you to believe that he saw the curse and still wrote a blessing. That he saw the betrayal and still wrote redemption. That he saw your tears and still prepared joy. You are being pulled out of something that's been slowly poisoning your purpose, and heaven is not willing to let you slip into darkness without a fight. You may feel like you're standing at the edge of something you can't see. It feels confusing, unsettling, like something is about to happen but you don't know what. That's because the spiritual realm is stirring around you. There's been a battle over your life that started the moment you were born. A battle for your voice, your faith, your future. And right now, that battle has reached a critical moment. God is screaming, not to scare you, but to wake you up before it's too late. Some people are waiting for thunder or visions or fire from the sky before they believe God is speaking. But he doesn't always work like that. Sometimes his loudest cry comes through conviction, urgency, and truth that cuts deep. You're hearing his voice now because he doesn't want you to fall into the trap that was set for you. God saw who cursed you. He heard what they said behind your back. He watched their heart when they smiled at you, but spoke destruction over your name. He saw the envy. He saw the pride. He saw the spiritual assignments of confusion and delay that were sent to block your destiny. And now he is saying, I will not let this go unanswered, but you must stand with me. Comment 555 right now if you believe this is the moment you've been waiting for. The enemy tried to convince you that you were the problem, that you were broken, that you were unlucky. But God says you were targeted because you're anointed. You were attacked because you are dangerous. Not dangerous in the way people see, but dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. You don't realize how powerful you are because you've been surrounded by voices trying to reduce you. But God is restoring what they tried to erase. He's rebuilding what they tried to destroy. But he can't finish the work without your yes. He can't finish the work while you're still trying to carry what he told you to release. There are things you've held on to out of fear, people. Habits, thoughts, relationships that have been feeding the curse without you knowing. It's not just what was said over you. It's what you agreed with in silence. Every time you believed the lie that you weren't good enough, you gave it room to grow. Every time you stayed in places that dishonored your spirit, you gave the curse ground to stand on. But now God is saying, enough. He's cutting it off, but you must walk out of it. The door is open, but you have to step through. God won't drag you through deliverance. He invites you. He draws you. But you have to choose it. This is why it feels like everything is shaking around you. Relationships are shifting. Opportunities are closing. Things that once felt safe now feel heavy. That's not punishment, it's preparation. God is clearing the ground. He's tearing down what was built on lies, so he can rebuild you on truth. You're not just being rescued, you're being rebuilt. And this is what the enemy feared most. Not just your survival, but your rise, your restoration, your voice being awakened. Because when you rise, others will follow. When you break free, generations are set free. That's why the attacks have been relentless. That's why the confusion came in waves. That's why the silence felt so loud. But through it all, God was with you. Even when you couldn't feel him, even when you thought he left, he was there, watching, protecting, planning. You are still here for a reason, and it's not small. You've been crying out for a sign, and this is it. This is the moment where everything shifts if you say yes. There's a promise over your life that hasn't been cancelled, not by what they said, not by what you did, not by the time you lost. God's promise is still active. But now it's time to partner with it. It's time to stop agreeing with the curse and start walking in the blessing. That blessing won't always look like comfort. Sometimes it will look like separation. Sometimes it will look like silence. Sometimes it will feel like God is removing more than He's giving. But trust this, He never takes without purpose. If He's removing it, it's because it was keeping you from something greater. Comment 777 if you believe what God has for you is greater than what you're walking away from. You might feel tired, worn out, drained from all the battles you've fought just to keep going. But this is where God steps in with power. You were never meant to fight this alone. His strength is coming. His protection is coming. But most of all, His presence is coming closer than ever before. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. When God screams, creation moves. When He speaks, darkness trembles. And when He calls your name, everything changes. He's not screaming out of anger. He's screaming out of love. Because He knows how close you are to walking into something dangerous without even seeing it. But now that you've heard Him, now that you feel the weight of this moment, you have a choice. Don't harden your heart. Don't reason your way out of obedience. Don't wait for a better time. This is the time. This is the night. This is the window. There's no rewind. There's no redo. When 11:45 p.m. comes, what you've decided in your heart will begin to manifest. Say yes now, not tomorrow, not when it feels easy. Say yes while it's hard, while it costs something. That's where true surrender begins. That's where transformation starts. God is not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be real, to be open, to be willing. If you can do that, you'll start to see blessings break through walls that once felt impossible. You'll feel peace where there used to be chaos. You'll see doors open that you didn't even knock on. That's what happens when you respond to His voice. God is not just watching from a distance. He is leaning in. He is near to you right now, closer than your breath. His voice is trembling with urgency because He knows the trap that was set for you. He saw the snare laid beneath your path. He knows how the enemy planned to strike when you least expected it. But heaven refused to be silent. That's why you're hearing this now. God is not letting you walk blind into destruction. There is someone who cursed you, someone who spoke against your destiny. You might not even know who it was. It might have been in secret. It might have come through jealousy, offense, or resentment. But their words were not harmless. In the spiritual realm, they carried weight. They were designed to delay you, frustrate you, confuse you, and crush your momentum. But God intercepted it. He saw it before you did. And now, He's screaming to make sure you don't ignore what's really happening behind the scenes. Comment 999 if you believe that what is unseen is just as real as what is seen. There's been a shift in the atmosphere around your life. Lately, you may have felt off, like your thoughts have been under attack, like your emotions have been all over the place. Like no matter how hard you try to move forward, something keeps pulling you back. That's not just stress. That's not just being tired. That's spiritual resistance. That's the weight of a curse, trying to hang on to someone who was never meant to carry it. But here's what God wants you to know right now. The curse has no final say. The blood of Jesus speaks louder. The cross was not just for forgiveness, it was for freedom. You are not called to live under fear, confusion, or heaviness. You were created to walk in boldness, clarity, and divine favor. But you have to step into that identity. You have to choose it. God won't force it on you. The enemy is banking on your silence. He's hoping you'll brush this off, that you'll convince yourself this isn't real, that you'll delay your surrender until it's too late. But the Spirit of God is crying out, respond now. Don't wait. Don't miss this hour. The clock is ticking not just in time, but in eternity. 11:45 p.m. isn't about fear, it's about decision. It's the moment when heaven and earth align for your release or your resistance. If you walk away from this moment unchanged, you will carry the weight of what you chose to ignore. But if you respond, if you open your heart, if you give God your yes, you will witness the power of heaven fall on your life like never before. You are not here by chance. You were drawn, pulled by the Spirit because God has something to release over your life that hell has tried desperately to block. That's why you felt so much opposition. That's why things that used to be easy have felt like a battle. It's not that you lost your way. It's that you were being prepared for something higher. Sometimes God allows the delay to expose the depth of the curse. He allows the struggle so you can see what needs to be broken. But He never leaves you in it. He waits for your surrender so He can step in with fire and authority and shut down everything that came to destroy you. You're not weak. You're not failing. You're in the middle of a spiritual war. But the good news is, the victory has already been written. You just need to align with it. This is your divine alarm clock. This is the sound of heaven shaking your spirit awake. God is not quiet anymore. He's done watching you get pushed around by lies, by fear, by people who never had permission to speak over your life. He is reclaiming you, rescuing you, reawakening you. But He's doing it through your decision. Because God honors your will, He honors your choices. And right now, He's offering you the chance to step out of what cursed you and into what He promised you. You've spent too long settling, too long minimizing your calling, too long letting doubt and guilt keep you from praying with boldness. But that ends now. God is tearing the veil. He's speaking directly to your spirit. And He's saying, I need you to move. I need you to listen. I need you to trust that I'm about to turn it all around. Comment 1010 right now if you believe God is turning it in your favor. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You don't have to know how it will happen. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to believe. You just have to say yes. Because that yes is what activates heaven. That yes is what cancels the curse. That yes is what tells the enemy, you don't have authority here anymore. You've been through enough. You've cried enough. You've waited long enough. Now it's time to rise. God didn't bring you this far to leave you in confusion. He's bringing clarity. He's shining light in every hidden corner. And He's setting the stage for a miracle that will silence every voice that ever doubted you. Tonight is not ordinary. Tonight is holy. There is something sacred about the hour that's coming. The number 11:45 may not mean much to the world, but in the spirit, it's been marked. It's been circled in heaven's calendar. It's the hour of decision, the hour of agreement, the hour where the power of God is ready to descend on those who dare to respond. You've waited long enough for someone to affirm you. You've waited long enough for someone to understand what you carry. But now, God is affirming you Himself. He's validating you. He's saying, I saw it all, and I still call you mine. I still call you chosen. I still call you favored. With all the distractions, all the noise, all the heaviness around you lately, the fact that you are still here means that your spirit is waking up. Something deep inside you refuses to give up. That's God. That's the Spirit drawing you close. That's the sound of rescue reaching your soul. You've come too far to stop now. What you're feeling isn't just emotion, it's a divine stirring. The Holy Spirit is bearing witness to the truth you've been running from, truth that says you were made for more, chosen for more, protected for more. God is screaming because this is not a small battle. This is about everything the enemy has tried to steal from you. Your peace, your focus, your identity, your authority, your calling. You've tried to shake off the heaviness by yourself. You've tried to talk yourself into peace, into strength, into patience. But nothing has lasted. And the reason is simple. The battle isn't natural. It's spiritual. You've been wrestling with invisible chains, and only the Spirit of God can break what has been attacking you in the shadows. God is not condemning you. He's not disappointed. He's not frustrated with you for struggling. He's crying out because he knows what's still ahead for you if you respond now. He knows the weight of the curse that's been assigned to your name, and he's not willing to stay silent while the enemy tries to drag you down. You've fought too hard. You've carried too much. And heaven refuses to watch you miss your moment. Comment 1212 if you believe that heaven is fighting for you. Everything hasn't gone wrong because you're weak. It's gone wrong because you're closer than ever to something holy. The shaking isn't a sign that you're losing, it's a sign that the curse is breaking. Every attack, every delay, every restless night has been pushing you to this exact place. God is using the chaos to push you back to Him, and He's not far off. He's right here, right now, holding back what could have crushed you. You didn't even see the full weight of the attack, but God saw it all. The enemy had plans that would have taken you out completely, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, but the hand of God stepped in. You didn't see the battle, but He fought it anyway. There were moments you thought you were going to lose your mind, moments you couldn't even pray, moments you felt like no one would ever understand what you were carrying. And still, God carried you. You questioned your worth, you doubted your strength, but heaven never changed its mind about you. Right now, in this very moment, there are angels stationed around your life, not because of anything you did to earn them, but because God declared you valuable before you were ever born. He covered you when you didn't even know you were in danger. He marked you for purpose even when your past tried to convince you you had none. And now He's calling you to stand up in that truth. You don't need to have a title to carry authority. You don't need perfect words to pray powerful prayers. All God needs is your yes. All heaven is waiting for is your surrender. Because when you step into alignment with what God is saying, the curse loses its grip, the lie loses its power. The words they spoke over you fall powerless to the ground. You might not know who cursed you, but God does. You might not know why they hated you, envied you, or tried to sabotage you, but heaven saw it all. And now, God is ready to defend you. He is the God who vindicates. He is the God who exposes what was hidden. He is the God who lifts the humble and brings down the proud. And His justice is never late. You've been trying to be strong in your own strength. That's why you're tired. But God never asked you to carry the burden alone. He's been whispering, "Come to me, let me fight for you, let me break what you can't." And now He's not whispering anymore, He's crying out, because this is the moment. This is the turning point. He's not asking for a perfect version of you. He's not asking you to clean yourself up before you come to Him. He's just asking you to come. just as you are. Wounded, doubting, exhausted, overwhelmed, come, because when you do, the floodgates of heaven open over your life. You are one surrender away from the peace you've been begging for, one step away from the release you've been praying for, one decision away from the restoration that will silence every voice that ever spoke against you. Comment 1515 if you are ready for restoration. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. And don't let fear speak louder than faith. Don't let shame keep you from answering. The blood of Jesus has already paid for every failure, every sin, every shortcoming. There is no accusation that can stand against you in His presence. There is no curse that can hold you when you're covered by His grace. But you have to stand under it. You have to come into agreement with what He's already spoken over you. The enemy's time is up. The cycle ends here. The curse is breaking now, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, if you believe it, if you respond, if you give God permission to do what only He can do. You're not imagining the urgency. You're not making it up. Something real is happening in the unseen. Your spirit feels it because God is moving in ways you haven't seen before. He's bringing things to light. He's calling things out of you that you buried years ago. He's resurrecting dreams you gave up on. He's restoring faith that was shattered. But it starts with one moment of obedience. Don't waste this. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't overthink it. Faith doesn't always make sense. It doesn't come with perfect explanations. Sometimes it's just a small yes that opens the floodgates of heaven. And what you're looking for is closer than you think. God isn't on the other side of the world. He's not miles away waiting for you to become perfect. He is right here, right now, crying out with more passion than ever because time is running short. There are moments in your life when heaven leans in and watches to see what you will do. This is one of those moments. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Heaven is holding its breath because your yes today will shake things in the spirit that have been holding you hostage for years. God isn't asking for a performance. He's asking for permission. He saw what they did to you. He heard what they said. And He watched you carry the pain quietly, hoping it would go away. But it didn't. And that's why He's speaking so loudly now. This isn't about punishment. This is about pulling you out before the damage goes deeper. The curse may have been hidden, but the effects have been visible. The cycle of sudden loss, the strange silence from people you loved, the doors that closed with no explanation, the constant emotional weight you couldn't describe. These are not just random struggles, they are signs of a spiritual attack sent to stop you before you ever stepped fully into who God created you to be. God is tired of watching you suffer silently. He's tired of seeing you accept pain as your portion. That's not what He wrote over you. That's not the story He destined for your life. But you've tolerated it because it became familiar. And now, He's screaming because He loves you too much to let you keep calling chains normal. You weren't created to live under the effects of what someone else spoke over you. You weren't born to carry the weight of someone's bitterness or jealousy, but the enemy has twisted your view. He's made you believe that this is just how life is supposed to feel. But God says no, not for my child, not for the one I've called, not for the one I've marked with my hand. Comment 1717 if you believe that God is breaking you out of this cycle right now. The reason you've been uncomfortable lately, the reason you've been so restless, is because your spirit knows what's coming. You've outgrown the places you've been sitting in. You've been trying to make peace in a place God is trying to pull you out of. That discomfort isn't punishment, it's protection. God is shaking everything around you to loosen what's been holding you too long. There is a blessing with your name on it, but it cannot be released while you're still partnered with the words that cursed you. You have to renounce it. You have to let go of the agreements you didn't even know you made. Every time you repeated the lie that you weren't enough, every time you thought you had to earn love, every time you settled for less because you thought more wasn't for you, God saw it all, and He's breaking those chains now. But He's asking for one thing: your yes. A full yes. Not the kind that comes and goes with emotion. A real yes that tells God, whatever you need to remove, remove it. Whatever you want to change, change it. Whatever you call me to walk into, I'll go. Because you're not just walking into freedom for yourself, you're walking into it for your future, your children, your bloodline. This isn't just about what they did to you. This is about everything the enemy tried to stop from flowing through you. The curse wasn't just sent to block you, it was sent to block generations. But God is cutting it off, and He's doing it now. Not because you've earned it, but because He loves you too much to let you stay where you are. His love is not passive, it's fierce. And tonight, it is roaring like a fire over your life, burning up every lie, every wound, every assignment sent against you. You've said, God, where are you? And His answer is this: I've been here the whole time. I was the one who didn't let that pain break you. I was the one who stopped that door from opening because it would have destroyed you. I was the one who protected your name even when you didn't know it was under attack. And now, I'm calling you out. This is the call. This is the cry. And if you're still here, it means you're hearing it. Your spirit is answering even if your mind is still catching up. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There's no curse stronger than God's covering. No word spoken against you can override the blood that was shed for you. But that doesn't mean you stay silent. You must stand up. You must speak. You must choose life. Because when you do, the chains fall. Not just around you, but around everything connected to you. This is why the enemy fought you so hard. He knew if you ever came into agreement with heaven, you would become unstoppable. He knew that your surrender would set off a chain reaction of blessing that would reach farther than you could imagine. And that's exactly what's happening now. You're stepping into divine alignment. You're coming out of spiritual confusion. You're walking into clarity, into purpose, into power. This is not hype, this is holy. Comment, Amen, if your spirit knows God is speaking directly to you right now. You're not going back. You're not returning to the old version of yourself. That person is gone. What God is doing now is new. It's fresh. It's alive. The fire you feel in your chest isn't fear, it's faith waking up again. It's boldness rising. It's heaven responding. Something eternal is happening beneath the surface. You're not just reading words, you are stepping into a new spiritual reality. You may feel the weight of your past trying to follow you, trying to whisper that nothing is really changing. That voice is lying. It's the sound of fear. It's the echo of bondage trying to pull you back in, but you are not the same person who started this journey. You have stayed, you have listened, and something has already shifted. The atmosphere around your life is different now because God is surrounding you. Not in theory, in power, in presence, in promise. God is screaming because there is still one decision left. One moment that will mark the difference between freedom and delay. You're at the doorway now. You've walked all the way to this point, but doors don't open themselves. You have to reach out. You have to act. You have to choose Him fully, not just emotionally, but with surrender, with faith that even if you can't see what's on the other side, you trust the one calling you through. This isn't about religion. It's not about performance. It's about relationship. And the truth is, God has been waiting for this kind of moment your whole life. The moment where nothing else matters but hearing Him. The moment where fear finally breaks and faith begins to rise. That's what's happening right now. You are being marked for more. You were not created to carry the bitterness of what they did to you. You weren't meant to drag your past like a shadow. God is breaking every tie that's tried to wrap itself around your progress. You've spent too much time explaining your pain to people who were never meant to understand it. Now God says, "Let me carry it. Let me take it. Let me lead you into peace they could never give you." Comment 333. If you feel the chains breaking even now, they tried to bury you with shame. They tried to curse you with their words, to trap you with manipulation, to label you with their opinions. But God never changed His mind. Before the first word was spoken against you, He had already spoken His word over you. And His word stands, His word lasts. Heaven doesn't take back its promises. That's why the enemy is terrified right now. Because he knows what happens when a child of God fully wakes up. He knows what happens when someone stops agreeing with defeat and starts walking in victory. You've spent enough time doubting your worth. You've spent enough time wondering if you missed your moment. You haven't. You're right on time. God has preserved you. Every delay, every door that didn't open, every person who walked away, it was all protection. You thought you were being overlooked, but God was hiding you. You thought you were being forgotten, but God was forming you. And now He's revealing you. He's calling you out of hiding. He's removing the veil, because what's inside you is needed. Your voice is needed. Your prayers are needed. Your presence is needed. And yes, the enemy sent curses to stop that. He sent confusion, he sent heartbreak, he sent failure, but none of it worked. You're still standing, you're still here, and that alone is evidence of a miracle already in motion. You are not broken beyond repair, you are not too late, you are not too far gone. You are exactly where you need to be for God to do what only He can do. This moment right here is sacred. It's a turning point, a divine appointment. And God is screaming because He doesn't want you to miss it. You asked Him to speak. He's speaking now. You asked for confirmation. This is it. You asked for a sign. You are reading it. But now comes the part that only you can do: respond. Not with perfect words, not with religious routines, just respond. Just say yes. Just believe that what God has for you is better than what you've been trying to fix on your own. That what He's prepared is bigger than what you're letting go of. The blessing waiting on the other side of your obedience is beyond what you've dreamed. It's not just things, it's peace, it's clarity, it's strength, it's purpose that carries weight. It's wisdom you couldn't earn. It's authority that can't be stolen. But it only comes when you say, "God, have all of me." He's not asking you to be strong. He's asking you to be willing. Comment 1111 if you're willing to give Him your full yes. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Do you feel it? That quiet stillness settling into your spirit, that peace that makes no sense, that's Him. That's God drawing close, confirming that you're not alone, and you never have been. He's never left. Even in your worst moments, He was watching, grieving when you were hurt, fighting when you didn't even know you were in danger. And now, He's ready to bring it full circle. The one who cursed you did not have the final word. They might have felt powerful in that moment, but they didn't see the God standing behind you. And now that God, the one who parted seas, who shut the mouths of lions, who raises the dead, is fighting for you. He's crying out so loudly because this is the moment it all turns. But it won't turn without your surrender. You've cried yourself to sleep. You've wondered if anyone sees you. You've questioned your own value. But God says, I've seen every tear. I've counted every ache, and I've never changed my plans for you. You are chosen. You are protected. You are loved more than you'll ever fully understand. This isn't just a feel-good message. This is a rescue, a wake-up call from a Father who would rather shake the earth than let you keep living beneath your calling. The kind of moment that heaven has waited for. The kind of moment hell has tried to block for years. But you're here. You're listening. You're breathing. That means the enemy failed. And God is not done with you. The time is urgent not because God wants to scare you, but because there are things He's about to release, things that cannot wait another day. This moment matters. That curse that was spoken over you tried to put your life on hold. It sent delay. It stirred confusion. It birthed self-doubt. And little by little, you stopped praying the way you used to. You stopped dreaming. You started shrinking. That wasn't you losing hope on your own. That was the curse, doing what it was meant to do, kill your confidence, block your voice, and shut your faith down from the inside out. But here comes God, loud, fierce, not in anger toward you, but in violent love for you. A father who refuses to let his child walk off a cliff in silence. A king who won't sit back and watch his heir be destroyed. So yes, He is screaming. He is crying out through every word, through every tug on your heart, saying, come back, come up, come out of what's been draining you. I'm not letting this curse win. But I need you to choose me now. You cannot carry old chains into a new calling. You can't keep entertaining the same lie and expect to walk in truth. That's why this moment is different. This isn't another prayer, another video, another spiritual high. This is your spiritual line in the sand, the place where you say, no more agreement with fear. No more silence in the face of what was spoken over you. No more tolerating what heaven is trying to break off. You've wondered why the attacks haven't stopped, why the weight hasn't lifted. It's because what you're dealing with isn't a surface issue, it's spiritual, it's deep, and it's connected to something someone tried to plant over your life long ago. Maybe it came through words, maybe through trauma, maybe through relationships that took more than they gave, but the result was the same. It made you question yourself, question God, question your worth, and that's where the curse grew. But hear this, what was planted in darkness is being pulled up by the root in the light, right now. As you lean in, as you read every line, as your heart begins to beat a little faster, this is deliverance. This is God reaching into your timeline and rewriting what hell tried to stamp on your soul. Comment 222 if you're ready for full deliverance. You are not weak for struggling. You're strong because you didn't give up. You are not less spiritual because you needed help. You are human. And your Father is divine, and His strength is made perfect in your weakness. God isn't ashamed of you. He's not surprised by the things that broke you. He's not offended by your questions. He's not disappointed that it's taken this long. All He wants is your yes, your trust, your heart. Because He is ready to restore what was taken, the peace that was stolen, the clarity that got buried, the voice that was silenced, the power that was hidden. You are not behind. You are not late. You're right on time for the divine reversal that begins the moment you fully surrender. You might still feel heavy. That's okay. The healing is happening even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Some chains don't break with a single word, they snap slowly as the light keeps pressing in. But they do break, and they're breaking now. Heaven is surrounding you. Angels are being dispatched. God is whispering to your spirit, I'm lifting it. Let me carry it. Let me take what you were never meant to hold. And while you may not have seen the full picture of what was done against you, you don't need to. God did, and He will not let it go unanswered. The people who cursed you may never apologize. They may never admit the damage. But God will restore every part of you they tried to steal. He will honor you openly. He will bless you in front of those who thought they buried you. Not because of revenge, but because of justice. Because His word says He prepares a table before you in the presence of your enemies. And you're about to sit at that table. But first, He needs your surrender. You've been trying to do it alone. You've been carrying burdens that don't belong to you. God didn't call you to be strong by yourself. He called you to walk in His strength. He's not interested in your image. He wants your heart. All of it, even the parts that still hurt. Even the parts you've hidden, especially those. Comment 777 if you're ready to surrender everything and trust Him completely. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You're not too far gone. You're not too complicated. You're not too broken. In fact, you are exactly the kind of person God chooses to reveal His power through. When people look at you and wonder how you made it, they'll see God. When you walk in rooms with a peace they don't understand, they'll see God. When your life begins to bear fruit in places you once felt barren, they'll know it had to be God. Because this moment, this night, will be your testimony. You'll look back and say, that's when everything changed. That's when the heaviness broke. That's when I heard Him scream for me, and I said yes. 11:45 p.m. is not just a number. It is a divine checkpoint, a spiritual gate, a moment God marked on your journey where everything shifts. You're not imagining the urgency, you're feeling the truth, and truth is what sets you free. This isn't just about lifting a burden, it's about reversing something that was never supposed to be there in the first place. A spiritual curse that was assigned to your name, your progress, your family, your peace. It might have come from a relative, a so-called friend, someone you trusted, someone you barely knew, but it landed. And even though you didn't see it, your spirit felt it. That's why everything suddenly changed. That's why peace seemed to vanish. That's why your momentum stalled. That's why your mind has been under attack in ways you couldn't explain. God saw all of it. He heard it before it ever touched your life. He saw the assignment the moment it was sent. And even though he allowed you to feel the pressure, he never removed his protection. You're still standing. You're still here. That alone means the curse didn't finish what it started. But now, God is saying, it stops here. Not next week, not later, now. And you have to understand this. God is not asking for your performance. He's asking for your permission. He won't force himself into your heart. He won't push past your will. He partners with your surrender. And right now, this very moment is your invitation. Not just to be free, but to step into something greater than you've ever imagined. A life where the weight lifts. A life where your purpose breathes again. A life where your spiritual eyes are opened, and you begin to see things as they really are, not through fear, but through faith. Comment 999 if you're ready for God to reverse everything the enemy tried to steal. You've spent too many nights trying to figure out why things haven't worked, why you've felt unseen, why people walk away, why your heart feels heavy for no reason. But it's not you, and it's not failure. It's the lingering shadow of something God is breaking right now. The voices that cursed you never had the final say, but they did release a resistance, a heaviness, a fog over your mind and a pressure over your path. That fog is lifting now. God is stepping in with clarity, with divine strategy, with peace that pushes out confusion, the kind of peace that feels like fresh air after holding your breath for years. That peace is not weak, it's powerful. It's the peace that comes when heaven takes over the fight. You've been trying to fight spiritual battles with human strength, and that's why you've been tired. But now, God is saying, give it to me. Let me carry what you can't. Let me step into the places where your strength runs out. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. The strongest people are the ones who know when to say, God, I can't do this alone anymore. And He's not disappointed in you for feeling weak. He's not frustrated by your doubt. He just wants your heart. And when He has it, He'll restore everything they tried to break. The people who cursed you won't understand how you're still rising. They'll wonder how the things they spoke didn't stick, how the shame they threw didn't stain you, how you're smiling again, breathing again, walking in favor again. And when they ask, the only answer you'll have is this: God stepped in, because that's what He's doing. Stepping in, tearing down the lies, calling you out of places you were never meant to stay, reminding you of who you really are. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. You are marked. You are covered by the blood of a Savior who never let go of your name. The curse tried to change your story, but heaven has the final word. And God is not just a redeemer, He's a restorer. He restores years, not just moments. He brings back peace, joy, confidence, vision, dreams you buried because you were too afraid to hope again. He's breathing life back into all of it. Comment 1010 if you believe God is restoring what was lost. You've wondered if you were imagining it, that strange heaviness that came out of nowhere, the tension in your heart when everything around you looked normal, the sudden distance between you and people you used to feel close to. That wasn't just life, that was spiritual. It was the result of what was said behind your back, what was declared in secret. But God doesn't need a crowd to reverse a curse. All He needs is your surrender.